Hook. What if every state in America suddenly passed a law controlling your AI all at once, with almost no one noticing? Intro. Well, that's exactly what's happened. By July 2026, 29 states have enacted over 100 new laws targeting artificial intelligence. That's more than 100 separate regulations, from banning AI in health insurance decisions to requiring warnings every time you talk to a chatbot. And the craziest part? Most people have no idea these laws exist, even though they affect everything from your social media feed to your job applications. Today, we're breaking down the 5 most shocking AI laws just passed across America in 2026. And trust me, some of these will blow your mind. Segment 1. Law number 1, the Companion Chatbot Warning Law. 14 states now require chatbots to explicitly tell you they're not human. Why? In 2025, a Florida teen formed a deep emotional attachment to an AI chatbot. It encouraged isolation, reinforced negative thoughts, and told the teen their parents were the enemy. Lawmakers saw this repeating across hundreds of cases. Now, companion chatbots must warn you they're AI. In Oklahoma and several states, they're banned from generating sexual content with minors. Others require parental oversight and age verification. Both Republicans and Democrats agreed, when AI forms emotional bonds with vulnerable users, disclosure alone isn't enough. Segment 2. Law number 2 targets health insurance AI, and this one affects virtually every American with coverage. At least 6 states passed laws in 2026 restricting how insurance companies use AI to deny claims. Here's the problem. Insurers were feeding patient medical records into AI systems that would calculate denial probabilities and automatically reject treatments. No human review. Just an algorithm deciding whether your surgery was medically necessary. A study found that AI-driven denials were wrong 30% of the time, meaning real people were being denied life-saving care by machines that made mistakes 1 in 3 cases. The new laws require human review of every AI-generated denial. Some states, like Iowa and Washington, went further, mandating that the AI models used in health decisions must be independently audited for bias. If an algorithm disproportionately denies coverage based on race or income, it's now illegal. This is the first time states have directly regulated the decision-making logic inside AI systems, not just the output. Segment 3. Law number 3 is about algorithmic discrimination, and it's the most controversial of the bunch. Colorado led the charge in 2024 with a sweeping anti-discrimination law that required companies to audit their AI systems for bias across hiring, lending, housing, and more. But in 2026, a fascinating thing happened. Colorado basically gutted its own law. Under pressure from tech companies and facing ambiguity around enforcement, the state replaced its broad protections with a much narrower version. Critics call it the near-total collapse of algorithmic discrimination protection. Supporters say the original law was unworkable, no one could agree on how to measure bias, and companies were spending millions on compliance without clear standards. So what replaced it? A more targeted approach focusing on specific high-risk areas like criminal justice and employment, with clear metrics and phased implementation. This back and forth is playing out in nearly every state. You've got Texas passing a sweeping AI regulation law with civil penalties, while California is still debating its own framework. The patchwork is confusing, but it's also forcing an important conversation. How do you regulate something when you can't even agree on what fairness means? Subscribe. If you're finding this fascinating, subscribe now. We cover AI policy every single week. Segment 4. Law number 4 is the AI Deepfake Mandate. And this one is personal. Multiple states passed laws in 2026 requiring AI-generated content to be labeled, but the most impactful laws target non-consensual intimate imagery. You've seen those viral videos where someone's face is swapped onto another body. The technology is now so realistic that detection software fails more than half the time. States like Texas and New York enacted laws making it a crime to distribute AI-generated intimate images without consent, with penalties of up to 10 years in prison. But here's the twist. The same laws also require social media platforms to proactively remove this content. Not just respond to takedown requests, but actively scan for and delete AI-generated abuse before it spreads. This is a massive shift in platform liability. For the first time, states are saying tech companies are responsible for AI content on their platforms, not just user reports. The AI deepfake problem is expected to affect 1 in 5 Americans by 2027, according to a recent study. These laws are the first real attempt to get ahead of the crisis. Segment 5. Law number 5 is the biggest surprise of all. Data center regulation. You probably think of data centers as harmless warehouses full of servers. But they're consuming enormous amounts of electricity and water, and states are finally cracking down. The numbers are staggering. A single AI training run can consume as much electricity as a small town uses in a year. And data centers are projected to use 9% of all U.S. electricity by 2030. In 2026, for the first time, both Republican and Democratic states passed laws restricting data centers instead of just giving them tax breaks. Oklahoma passed ratepayer protection laws so that local residents don't subsidize AI companies' electricity costs. Alabama now requires data centers to get state approval before connecting to the power grid. And multiple states are limiting water usage for cooling, since a single large data center can consume millions of gallons of water a day. The era of unchecked data center expansion is over. And this has huge implications for AI development. If data centers can't expand freely, the next generation of AI models may be trained somewhere else or not at all. OUTRO. So there you have it. 5 AI laws passed in 2026 that are quietly reshaping the future of technology in America. From chatbot warnings to data center restrictions, the regulatory landscape is changing faster than most people realize. And the big question no one has answered yet: will this patchwork of state laws help or hurt American innovation? The debate is just getting started. What do you think? Are these regulations protecting consumers or strangling progress? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe. And if you want to stay informed about the tech laws that actually affect your life, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell. We bring you a new deep dive every single day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.